Hello and welcome back to another video today, really discussing the material of Mersh from Nightwave Radio getting jumped, not jumped, but basically confronted by Baked Alaska, right? So Yoba, Commander himself, just kidding, basically pulled up, and we'll see what happens. This is a excellent slide presentation I made in 15 minutes, and I'm gonna show you what the hell is going on here. So first of all, we start off with Baked obviously turning on the camera. I think he sees with his naked eye, like from 20 feet away, Mersh walking up the street in Tampa or whatever part of Florida. I know nothing about it. And basically the point is that he has been talking mad shit about Baked Alaska for months, whereas Baked has barely acknowledged his existence from what I can tell. And it basically boiled down to a confrontation. All right, now you're going to see who's going to win this. First of all, Baked doesn't show his body in this video, but it is going to be important. So, for example, this is what he looks like. I got this video from, I think, this year. So, this is what he looks like. As you can see here, he's probably, I would say, overweight, but he's not obese. He's, like, in the standard range of fat, right? Whereas, you'll see in a second what's going on with Mersh here from Nightwave Radio, and again, this is important for the confrontation. Okay, so Baked Alaska can stand to lose 20 pounds, but he's definitely not obese. Okay, so we move on, and we start out. Okay, so this is from Baked Alaska's POV, and we can already see Mersh is looking pretty bad. And part of the reason why it is hilarious is because Mersh has been saying for the past 2-ish months that he has been working out, right? And of course, that's going to be important to really make a mention of, because obviously, when you're looking at a guy such as him, you would think, okay, well, this guy, if anything, should have started working out 2 years ago, but that's okay. Better late than never. And people say, well, Mersh, why haven't you lost the weight? It's been 2 months. And then he'll say, well, yeah, I've lost 13 pounds. And you know what? That's pretty slow. And then he'll say, well, I'm old and I'm a fat fuck. Well, I'm pretty sure being 38 is not old to the point where your metabolism is like less than half of what it should be for a teenager. Yeah, is there maybe like a 20% difference? Sure, but it isn't to the extent where you'd be like, okay, well, when I was 20, I would have lost 30 or 40 pounds in 2 months. But frankly, with this, the way I am now, being old, pushing 40, I'm definitely only losing like 15. I don't think that's realistic, but you know what? Fine, fuck it. All right. So as you can see here, he's a lot fatter than Baked Alaska. I think if Baked Alaska is one standard deviation from the norm, I would say that Mersh is easily 3. And don't even get me started on Royce Lopez from Daywave and Revenge of the Sis. And again, I don't really care if they're fat, but like for them to say like, oh, I'm working out, he talks about it a lot, that's pretty annoying. I don't like when people mention that they're working out. If you're working out, just fucking do it. If you're losing weight, don't tell people you're going to do it, just do it. And when people point it out, well, good for you. Okay, I don't care. Don't be a woman. Don't be talking about, oh, I lost 10 pounds. Oh, I worked out today. I don't care, son. How old are you, 14? Or you telling me about your practice today? I don't give a shit. So don't. It's very annoying. And then when you pull up in person and you're like, okay, it's been several weeks. You look the exact same to me. Okay, well, I've only lost 13 pounds. Okay, well, that tells you more about the lack of commitment. If you've been saying, okay, you're on a diet and you are working out, then you should be losing a lot more. Okay, so the fact that you're not losing about like 2 pounds a week, or at the very least 10 pounds a month, is pretty pathetic. But anyways, we'll move on to the next slide right here. So, Baked points out, Mersh, you've been talking a lot of shit. Fight me, bro. Oh my god, you're fat as fuck, bro. And that's funny, right? So then Mersh says, really? And then he points it out like, oh, I'm such a loser. Look at me, bro. So of course he does that like a complete, I don't know, self-defeatist mood, honestly. So again, he's like, oh, I'm self-conscious about it. Here, I'm gonna tap my stomach. Bam. I'm fat. Really? So that's your best defense? Then he waddles away, of course, with the love handles poking out. And again, I'm making fun of him because of hypocrisy and the vibe of it, okay? Nothing personal against Mersh. I really don't care. I watch Revenge of the Sis almost every day, and so far as I see most of their content besides Royce, because I think he's boring. But in general, I do watch Nightwave occasionally, and I will watch their main podcast at noon. I'd say on double speed the day it comes out, so that's that. As you can see here, after he walks away like a little bitch, Baked points it out, right? And of course, you can see police lights, I believe, on the other side, reflective on the window in the, to the left of what you're looking at right now. So of course there's going to be a lot of cops in this general area of Ybor, or whatever this is called, in I believe southern Florida. But ultimately, that's not the point. Now Mersh will cope and try to obscure the facts with him basically saying, well, there's cops everywhere. When am I going to fight them? First of all, when he confronted you, those first 10 seconds, I'm pretty sure the thought of the cops didn't cross through your brain at that moment. So in that case, I don't really think that it's that big of a deal in your head at the time, whether or not there's cops. Okay, first of all. Second of all, if it's very obvious on a live stream that's very easily recorded that he was the one that provoked you, then again, the cops are going to be more deferential to Mersh unless he has prior felonies, which very possibly he does. I don't really know. I don't care. The point is that both of these guys are tarnished to an extent, but, again, fighting. Oh, well, I'm not into that fighting. I'm too old for that shit, bro. Oh, that's for stupid, losers. Like, how old are you, 12? Like, most people that have ever called somebody out on a fight haven't actually gotten to fight themselves. That sounds like a lot of bullshit to me, okay? And I was going to make a video on it, but then, ultimately, I hear for multiple days, like 3 days now, of Mersh being like, oh, I'm coping, this bullshit of, oh, I'm too old, man, I'm in my 30s. It's like, well, Baked is in his 30s, but okay, fine, yeah, he's like 6 years younger than you. Wow, whoopee fucking do. And, oh, well, look, I'll be honest about it. I'll talk shit to your face, bro, but, like, don't fight me, bro. I'm too old. It's like, really? Really, dude? So lame as fuck. So again, the rhetoric, the way he's trying to spin this isn't working, and Royce can back him up and be like, you know what? Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah, boxing's stupid, bro. It's a LARP. Really? Then get in the ring, kick his ass real quick. You can't. Why? Because you're fat. Oh, well, why are you fat? Well, because of obviously character failings, right? So, for example, alcoholism typically correlates with obesity, and in this case, it definitely does. Eating too much, of course, and again, it's not like you're 15 and you're innocent, or you've been an adult for 20 years. Okay, I can bully you a little bit. I'm like less than half your age, right? So I just think that in that case, I really do posit to say that Baked Alaska did win this confrontation. And Mersh and those people over the age of 25 on the internet may say, well, yeah, but he was really immature. He was like a child screaming at you, threatening you like a bully. Who cares, man? Stop being so lame. All right. You're basically, you know what? Mersh pulled a Biden in the first presidential debate, okay? He got bitched on. And you can complain and be like, oh, well, Trump was so rude. He was such a bully. What a brute. He still wins, bro. You might as well be the bully than the little bitch that walks away, waddles away. At the very bare minimum, if you weren't going to fight him, at the very least say, okay, you know what? Fighting is stupid. I'll roast you to your face. And then bam. Okay, all this comedian shit, all this Long Island stand-up comedy stuff. Again, you could definitely roast this guy if you had wit, if you were a good comedian. Of course, Mersh is not on that level, so he cannot do that, or he pussied out in this specific moment and he choked, in which case, again, lose. No way you can spin this. Best case for Mersh, all the excuses he says are valid, and Baked Alaska is an asshole, and he was too pussy to fight him because of the cops, and that's reasonable, okay? So, best case, it was a rational retreat. Worst case, which is more, what I believe more so, that, or my nuanced perspective, is that Mersh over-exaggerated the weight loss. The camera angle in his videos make him look skinnier. Not to be too pedantic, but that is true. A lot of things such as his habits, his drinking, other stuff like that is catching up to him with his old age. And if he's not quitting that, then that's going to be a pain in the ass. And I'm pretty sure he's not walking around Eborn or whatever this is looking for fucking Greek yogurt or anything. So because of that, yeah, definitely don't feel bad for him at all. And in terms of Baked Alaska, again, I don't know him well. I don't know Mersh well as well. I have very little interaction with either of them. So, it's definitely not a good look. Now, with Baked's gimmick is definitely live streaming, in which case it's obvious that you would need to necessarily create content. And by making content, I have dry lips and it's making a lot of noise. Hold on. All right. So you move on to other people, and he trolls a lot of people. IP too. That's the whole gimmick. Okay, he walks up to people, and he just so happens to run into a guy who makes fun of him a lot on the internet, who he knows about but doesn't really care about. But fine, fuck it, content. And guess what he does? He goes up to him like an actual human being and roasts him, makes fun of his weight, and points out his insecurities. Okay, and what does Mersh do? He says, "Oh, well, you know what? I'm fucking ugly anyway. I'm old anyway, bro. I'm fat, bro. Really, loser? Is that it? Oh, I'm a loser. I won't fight you. Really?" So the bully walks up to you, says, "Hey, fat ass, come over here. I'm gonna kick your ass." And then you say, "Well, no, yeah, I know I'm fat, and I don't want to get suspended for fighting you, bro." Really? Oh, the bully's so immature. Yeah, and you're a fucking loser. So, okay, so the stupid, ignorant fool bullies around the loser, and the loser takes the L, and Baked Alaska wins this undisputed. All right. Anyways, guys, I want to see what you think about the video. Again, final clarity. If specifically Mersh or Baked Alaska watch this, I really don't I don't have a vested interest in either of you, and I feel like Mersh definitely lost. Okay. So again, nothing personal against Mersh. He hasn't done anything to me, so don't take it as like something that it isn't. It isn't personalized at all. I'm just making fun of him because I've been annoyed, and like when I can watch somebody a lot and still have a couple of personality quirks that I really dislike. So for example, like with like Nick, so America First, right? Like I mostly agree with it, but there's a lot of characteristics that I find annoying about it, and I'll point them out. Fine, sure. No hard feelings, bro. So, what do you guys think about this video? Who won? I think Baked Alaska did. Again, this is like two fat guys fighting, like the meme. Again, not ideal, but this is pretty hilarious in my opinion. So, that is it. Thank you guys for watching completely. Bye.